Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. If you guys are familiar with me and my style, grunge would pretty much sum it up if we had to use one word. Well, these ATCs that I'm making today are for a hop that I'm doing with some crafty friends, but there is no grunge and there's no stamping. It's all die cutting, and I'm not mad about it. I actually like them very much. So you can see the products that I'm using. I showed them. I will have everything linked and listed downstairs per usual. And would encourage you, if you're going to go shop at Whimsy, go ahead and use those links. They'll take you straight to the products and to their store. And some of the products that I showed at the beginning I actually won't be using, just because the nature of the creative process. And there are others, as you can see on the screen, that I didn't show in the beginning, but definitely become a major part of the project. So this one that's running through is the Sprinkle Scallop Rectangle die, and that becomes the base for all 4 cards. And then these that I'm running through now are the I think they're called the Antique ATC Frames die set. There are many, many dies in this set. I don't know how many sizes of each design, because you can see that the patterns are a little bit different. And what I'm doing here is I am running all of my background papers through the die cut machine. I do 2 with this one that the edges kind of curve in, and then 2 of the other one with the edges are more straight. And then I've also die cut frames. I cut 4 frames from black cardstock, and then I cut 3 from that foiled orange and 1 from the foiled green, because my thought process was this, that I was going to put the foil on the coordinating color of background paper. But that one right there, the orange foil on the black, that changed my whole direction. I really like that contrast. So I put the black frame on the orange with the orange inside, and that confirmed it for me. So everybody gets a black frame except the black background, and then they get the inside that coordinates with the paper. I hope that makes sense. If you look on the screen, it should make sense. So easy enough. I take the frame and I take the inside panel and I flip them over, and I'm just taping them in. I have the cheapo clear tape, and I'm just attaching them down, because when I adhere it to the card or the little ATC panel, I don't want that inside panel on the frame. I don't want that to shift. So just auditioning my pieces, putting the Reaper there just to make sure I like how that's going, and to be honest, I love it. It is so much fun. So I just do the same thing with all 4 ATCs, and if there's any of that clear tape that sticks out past the edges, I just snip it off with my scissors, and I just keep moving on. And I am using liquid glue to adhere the frames down to the panels. And this is just some Aleene's Tacky Glue. It was gifted to me, and it's been in my stash for a while, and I still have another whole bottle. It lasts a very long time. And yep, so I just do the same process with all 3 cards. Now on this one, I was about to put that panel down onto the base when I thought, oh, let's add some kind of extra texture to the background, and that's where this, it's not really a baker's twine. It's more like a bookbinding twine. It has kind of a waxy finish to it. But anyway, I just added that on. You can't really see it, especially on camera, you can't really see it. But in person, it adds a little bit of texture, and just another piece of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, just another dimension to the card. And then as I put the liquid glue on the back of the pieces that I'm adhering with the liquid glue, I actually tap it off. I have a little microfiber cloth over to my right, and I'm dabbing them off, because I make a mess with liquid glue, to be honest. I really do. And so I'm trying to dab off as much as I can so there's not a bunch of smudge and smooge, and just try to get them as clean as I can, if you will, but still have enough glue so that they actually adhere to the project. So Now here I'm just adding some more of that bookbinding twine. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know for sure that's what it is. But yeah, adding it to all 4 cards, and then I add the base, the little panel with the background paper. I add that with foam tape, double-sided foam tape, and then again I adhere the frame to the panel with the liquid glue, and I also adhere the characters to the inside. What am I trying to say? I adhere the characters to the frame, we'll just say that, with liquid glue as well, and that's truly where I make the mess. So sometimes I adhere the frame before I put the whole thing onto the base. Sometimes I do the panel onto the base and then the frame. It really doesn't matter the order. You know, we just got to get them on there. If you have a preference, then by all means you do whichever way you prefer. But I'm kind of having fun with no grunge. And I have to say, this still took me a long time. It's a simple process, but it took me a long time. It's a couple hours. And just a little bit of a close-up, and you can see where the glue is still smudged, but once everything is dry, I can go back with a little, like a baby wipe or something, and it'll wipe right up. I love that foil cardstock. That is from its Recollections, and very hard to photograph, can I say. And I tend to craft and edit in the middle of the night, so I didn't have any daylight to play off of, so I do apologize for that, but you can just see that magical glow when the light hits it. So fun. I think these turned out great. Y'all let me know what you think. Very different than my normal style. In fact, most people that know me and are familiar with my aesthetic would not think that I made these. But I think they're really fun. Let me know what you think. Did you think it was fun? Do you have a favorite? I really like the Mummy and I really like the Reaper, but I like them all for different reasons. But anyway, I thank you for spending some time with me. As always, you guys are the best. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment downstairs. Use those links if you're going to shop. And until next time, this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. I'm out.